Everybody talks about it, but how many people will actually go get their passports and then fly more than 8,000 miles outside of their comfort zones into an unknown land? Welcome to Bangkok. You know, they call it the land of smiles. I call it the place where they secretly flip you off and you don't notice it until you're back home editing in front of your computer. Yes, that was a man. Now sit back and enjoy and get ready to experience a complete sensory overload as I take you on a journey that will leave you feeling like a philosophical anthropologist. Thailand's got this whole cultural dichotomy thing going on where the old ways of the East are now crashing with the new ways of the West. But what most attracted me was the allure of its exotic island chain with some of the bluest waters your eyes have ever seen. And of course, the world-class street food that will leave you dripping in your own sweat after finding some of the most affordable deals in the world's largest market.
Thank you very much.
I chased it all down in 10 days, exploring my way through the country while avoiding all of the tourist traps.
This is how you can live.
Get ready for 10 days in Thailand.
Je t'adore.
Gönn dir eine Pause.
Tome el tiempo para oler las rosas.
Gravis la montagne pas à pas.
It's time to live your dream.
Finally made it. There aren't many places you go where you know when you come back, you won't be the same as you were before you left. Southeast Asia is definitely one of those places. So naturally, my anticipation for an unforgettable trip of a lifetime was growing quickly, especially when I stepped off the airplane and felt the 90-degree weather. And they called that a cool night. Queen Sirikit. We traveled about 30 minutes to our hotel, which happened to be the luxurious W Bangkok. In Southeast Asia, 5-star hotels go for little to nothing. So when I first got there, instinctively, I went to the top of the Banyan Tree Hotel. To me, it was shaped like the front of a giant cruise ship that was anchored high above this sea of steel buildings and neon lights. Many Thai people frequently light incense and make prayers to both Buddha images and a host of Hindu gods whose shrines are located throughout Bangkok. One thing's for sure is things are definitely different here, and there's no turning back. I arrived in Bangkok on a Sunday, so I took a tuk-tuk to the world-famous Chatuchak Weekend Market, which covers more than 27 acres and has over 15,000 booths selling products every weekend. But what I'm looking for is the food. There's so many flavors and tastes that your taste buds and senses literally come to life. To use the term sensory overload is an understatement. Everything from sweet, tangy, salty, spicy, smoky, soft, chewy, crunchy, crispy, gross looking, creamy, cold, hot. But most importantly, it was all fresh, and I wanted to taste it all. So here I am getting ready to experience my very first meal in Thailand. So I found a woman who was cooking who had the most people sitting around her. Usually that's a good sign. And chicken curry.
Definitely good to the very last bite. I will say though that in America, you know, we're used to people preparing our food for us in a different kind of way. We're very spoiled there, so I probably spit out about 30 bones in this meal, but it was worth it. As you can see, I'm dripping in sweat because it was loaded in Thai chili peppers, which I'm a huge fan of. And one thing that many people don't know is that a lot of people eat Thai chili peppers because it helps to keep them cool during the hottest parts of the year, or hottest times of the year. So eat your peppers, stay cool, and stay dry.
Daylight quickly turns to nightfall in Bangkok, but that doesn't mean the city goes to sleep. In fact, everybody's shopping.
As you can see, I've just been blessed by one of the locals who's put one of the handmade hats on me. I'm probably gonna have to tip her a little bit or something because she's sitting here staring at me, but that's okay. It's part of the experience when coming to Bangkok. So like I said, I'm here sipping this wonderful caramel coffee, which cost me about 40 cents, which is gonna give me energy before I go shopping. I got my comfortable shoes on. I made sure I brought a backpack, And of course, I brought a lot of small bills so I can do my negotiating when I get inside the market. So when you come to Bangkok, make sure you bring those 3 items. Again, backpack, comfortable shoes, and small bills so that you can negotiate and maybe take some of these cool items home to your family, to your friends, and to whoever else you may want to make their day. So I ask you now to join me as we travel inside one of the most world-famous evening markets of Patpong.
Patpong offers everything you could ever want, from belts to fake tattoo sleeves and fake purses, ties and dope shirts, and poverty. And then there was this lonely t-shirt stand where I was patiently waiting for the salesperson to come and sell me a t-shirt, and voila.
Do you have large? Let me see large. How much? How many? 350, 250. How about 200? How about 150? 150, I tell all my friends to come back here. 150?
150, okay.
150, all right, cool. Let me get 2. Let me get this one. 2 for 3, huh? 2 for 3, I like that. So 300 baht in American dollars actually ends up being about $9. So 2 quality cotton shirts for about $9. In Thailand, it's all about negotiating. So believe it or not, as disrespectful as it might feel to offer these crazy low prices to these people, this is what they do every day. They negotiate. So don't feel ashamed to walk away. Personally, I didn't walk away because I really like this shirt and I like the Guns N' Roses. But don't feel ashamed to walk away. Usually when you walk away, they'll call you back and tell you that they'll accept whatever price you're offering them. So 300 too? Bag them up, man. Bag them up. Thank you. Thank you. Chatuchak.
Where are you from?
Los Angeles.
First time in Bangkok.
Like Guns N' Roses.
First time in Bangkok.
First time in Bangkok, my friend.
Okay.
And I'm loving it. Thank you very much. How long you drive the boat? How many years? Long time? 10 years? 20 years. Oh my gosh. 25. Oh my gosh. Good driver. Alright, we're moments away from arriving to one of the oldest temples in Thailand. You can see it right over there. We're traveling by boat today, taxi tomorrow, plane, airplane, sea, a lot of different ways to get around in Thailand. It's quite dangerous out here, as you can see. You never know if you're gonna make it off the boat or not. Always gotta be aware of your surroundings.
all you travel lovers out there. As you can see, I'm standing in front of all gold everything statue here at the Grand Palace. One of the things I'm noticing when I'm walking around is that there's thousands, if not millions, of pieces of material that have been used to construct this palace, and honestly it's quite overwhelming to me. And there's people from all over the world who have come to visit, and it's really an experience that I don't think you would want to pass up on your trip to Thailand. Not only do you see cool things like this, but you see immense amount of efforts and polishing that took probably centuries to master. So you definitely want to take your time to stop by and appreciate the culture that's here and that Thailand has to offer. So stay tuned. Next up, we're hopping onto a plane and flying down to the island of Phuket. I'm ready to see some beaches and some monkeys and hop on some elephants. Let's go.
This is your captain speaking, and on behalf of the crew, I'd like to say thanks for flying with us today.
So you will get your bags over there at the room.
All right, thank you. Phuket, Thailand. Party Island. I guess you consider this to be your island hub, where most likely you'll keep your luggage at your hotel. And if you're like me, you'll take day trips to the other various islands that are all about an hour to an hour and a half away by speedboat. I arrived at my $50 a night hotel room, which I didn't spend very much time in, but I wanted to make sure that I showed you all the accommodations and how they're really all not that bad.
You're riding through the streets of Patong in Thailand, you might as well rent a scooter for $1.50 a day. Can't beat that. You know what they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
I was driving through the back streets of Patong when I accidentally rolled up on a game that everybody seemed to be so infatuated with. I had never seen a game like this before in my life. Come to find out, the game was called Kabaddi, which is a contact sport that actually originated in India. And it seemed like the Thai people are very enthusiastic when it comes to supporting their sports teams.
So we're getting ready to go ride some elephants. Follow us. What's up, guys? Welcome back. As you can see, I'm here with a lovely elephant who I can't wait to ride. When you come to Thailand, you gotta make sure you get on an elephant. Friendly. Let's go see what other ones we can get on and ride out here in Thailand. After traveling a long 8,000 miles from the United States, we finally made it on top of a male elephant, and I insisted that I be able to sit on its head and not on the conventional seat. And despite popular beliefs, they actually are very kind to their elephants. A lot of people see these hooks and they think that, you know, the trainers are abusing the elephants, but actually that's not true. You have to have some sort of dominance and control of your elephant, and this is the way to do it. And it doesn't hurt as much as it might for us if you think about us breaking this, because the elephant's skin is very thick. So don't be intimidated. Don't be intimidated by seeing the hooks, because like I said, the elephants are a part of their family. And also in Thailand, they're really big on protecting the wildlife. They believe in Buddhism, which also is believing that they are one with nature. So Don't be discouraged. Get on the back of an elephant. The elephants are like a part of their family. They use them to carry loads of food or whatever it might be. They use them to bulldoze down jungles. So don't be intimidated to get onto the back of an elephant. It'll probably be one of the best things you ever did. You'll never regret it. Everything. Good boy. Well, this brings us to the end of our elephant adventure. Make sure next time you travel to Thailand that you jump on the back of an elephant.
Next time, break the elephant too.
Stay tuned, because coming up next, we're hitting the nightlife of the streets of Patong. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Now welcome back to 10 Days in Thailand. Welcome to Patong Beach, which literally means beach town. Located on the west side of Phuket's island, is also home of the drunk horizontal bar game. People from all over the world come to party here. You'll find everything here. Everything, including more world-renowned street food.
Crazy because out here there's many different street vendors, all different types of food, a lot of stuff I've never even seen or heard of. I would experiment when I have an early morning and I don't want to upset my stomach. I gotta get on a boat, but I know I can be good with some nice chicken satay, super marinated, extra tender, probably the best chicken satay you'll ever have. 50 feet from Bangalore, you cannot complain, especially if you've been drinking. Walk over here, grab some food, go back into the bar. What better way to live, right? Now, I'll lie to you not. This is a very good chicken I've had in my entire life. It's sweet, it's tender, it's smoked perfectly. Got some sort of citrus flavor to it. You're missing out. Let's go.
Everyone is welcome here. Winners, losers, and everybody in between. So come one, come all, and enjoy the ping pong show. The Phi Phi Islands, with volcanic limestone rock towering out of the sea, humongous fortresses that are uninhabitable by humanity, surrounded by aqua blue, crystal clear water, will have your senses asking you, where have you been my whole life? While on the tour, we actually came across an old Viking cave, which is pronounced Payanak, which had prehistoric cave paintings inside. The Vikings painted elephants and all sorts of war stories, showing different battles and pirates. And then there were the monkeys. Lots and lots of monkeys. This species of monkey is called the Bangkok monkey. This small, gray, 2 foot, 15-pound, disease-carrying, responsible for 600 attacks on Phi Phi Island alone last year monkey. Mostly because people try to pet the babies and the mothers can be very aggressive, or they don't give away the food when they're asking for it. So always be smart when dealing with animals, as nature can often be unpredictable. Maya Beach. This was probably my least favorite part of my Phi Phi Island experience, simply for the fact that it's bombarded with boatloads of tourists every single day from all over the world. I mean, it's a wonder that there are even still fish in the water considering how many boats are present. This astoundingly captivating beach that can't be more than 200 yards long sometimes has up to 1,000 people that trample across its pearly white sand each day. I immediately started to feel anxiety trapped on this tiny island with all these foreign tourists, so I ventured off into the jungle to the opposite side of the island to see if I could ease my ears and eyes of the snapping Nikon cameras. When we come back, we're jumping in some of the bluest water you've ever seen and swimming with ocean-snapping sea turtles. Thanks for watching and thanks for subscribing. Now welcome back to 10 Days in Thailand.
So when you come to Thailand, one of the most popular destinations that everybody always talks about is Phi Phi Islands. When you read online, a lot of people discourage coming here because over the years, since that making of the movie The Beach, it's become very popular. But I encourage you to still come here because it's got some of the best scuba diving, some of the best snorkeling you can find. We just fed some monkeys over there, and now it's time to go find Nemo.
After snorkeling in the crystal clear water for about 30 minutes, it was time to eat lunch. But to our surprise, a monsoon was rolling in faster than we were able to pack up. So we had to head back to the mainland. And actually, it was about time for me to head back to Bangkok, where I would spend my last 3 days there, searching for the cheapest Thai massage and the best curry known to man.
Excuse me, I was enjoying my fresh Thai Singa beer here as thank you very much. As I sat down at a popular restaurant, Ban Kun Mei, which is located in the Siam Square district just off of Soi number 5. Highly recommend that you stop here. I was told by several people who are very familiar with traditional Thai meals that this is one of the places to get the best Penang curry. As you can see, he just brought mine. I actually cannot wait to taste this, but before I do, I want to try this fresh pineapple fried rice, which was just brought out moments ago. Before I can even set up my camera, they started bringing the food out, which is a good sign because when you're in Bangkok, you don't have to wait too long because there's so much to do, so much hustle and bustle. You kind of want to eat your food and go see the rest of the city. So, as you can see here, we have a very, very good looking entree of a mini pineapple that's been actually hollowed out, and they've dropped in some fresh pineapple fried rice that they probably made with some sort of coconut milk. I can see that there's raisins in here. It looks like there's some sort of pork.
as well as shrimp. Now on to the curry. The Penang curry paste is actually the type of curry with spices. And the reason for the spices is to help cover up the smell of the game. The Thai people always have a very unique way of covering up the trace of meat. They use lemongrass, as you can see here. And traditionally, the Thai people never really could cover up the smell of the meat until they were influenced by Indian culture, who really came and showed them how it's done. So good, all the way down to the last bite. I just placed my order for mango sticky rice, and in less than 5 minutes, it has arrived. Mango sticky rice is probably my favorite dessert, other than cheesecake. But honestly, it really is one of those special dishes that is very original to Thailand. So as I dip my fork in, I can't help but notice how soft and steamy this rice is here. The proper way to do it is to get a little bit of rice, go ahead and grab a little bit of mango on there. Wow. Definitely an explosion of flavor. The mango is soft but not mushy. Extra sweet, unlike the kind that we get in America. It's actually a different kind of mango here in Thailand. The bomb. It actually has a hint of salt to it, which contrasts really well with the sweet of the mango. The best, possibly quite easily the very best mango sticky rice I've ever had outside of the United States. If you're in the United States, I highly recommend going to Jit Lada restaurant, which is located in Los Angeles, California, off of Sunset Boulevard. They actually have the best Thai food that you can probably find in the United States, as they have preserved all of their Thai recipes and made sure that they keep the same ingredients consistent that they have here in Thailand. So check that out, Jit Lada, J-I-T-L-A-D-A. That's it for me here for another segment. Again, I'm going to enjoy my Singa beer. And I'm going to see what kind of other Thai massages I can find for just under 300 baht. Stick around. In life, climbing through the caves, y'all. There are those moments of happiness and fulfillment that we all seek. In hopes of possibly filling that void that grows within us all as a result of our mundane day-to-day routines, validating each and every one of your creative intuitions. Take a leap across the vast ocean, or trek to the top of a monstrous mountain, where upon your voyage or summit, you discover one thing: freedom. Freedom to run through the jungle as you escape crazy-ass looking insects as they chase you back to your tent. Freedom to feel guiltless. Freedom to meet new people.
Well, look, I was about to show my fans here and all the people who are following us that you can eat squid coming out the club. Squid. You know, it really doesn't matter. Squid. Are you about to eat squid? I'm about to eat squid right now. I'm about to show them how easy it is. Show me how. Come this way. Just like this. Alright, I'm gonna be honest with you. That's probably the only one I'm gonna have because it's got this really weird consistency to it that for me it's not really crispy enough. But it was worth it, because that's what traveling is all about. You might like it, I didn't. A lovely cashier here just opened my beer inside of 7-Eleven.
Free to drink in public.
Where am I?
What happened?
Thailand. You ruined me forever for the better. I already want to go back, and I just left.
just give you a newspaper and I print on.
I invite you on my island journey to the culturally enriching country of Cuba.